here at the UCI Downhill World Cup in Liège and gets the elite women's race underway. My name's Rick McLaughlin. Joining me in the commentary booth, I'm very happy to say Mark Beaumont. Mark, talk us through this terrifying Liège track today.
Then you've got another small jump, that big one there, and then into these roots. This is critical. This is a really long left.
Oh, Melton goes down. Heavy crash from Matilda Melton. She was on the deck before she knew it, Mark. With a top 5 finish, Lisa Baumann needs to make that as difficult as possible. But at the same time, she's a racer.
Well, she'd want to keep her championship alive.
And she's green 1.7 seconds faster at the second split, 40 kilometres an hour through the trees.
Full commitment through there, Rick. No messing around, straight down the middle.
Valentina Höll will have to wait 3.3 seconds. Baumann takes the lead from Bouladou. Take on the track here in Liège. The new European Continental Champion, Scarsi, the Italian, heading to a home World Championships next weekend in Val di Sole, Trentino.
Oh, it's a solid start. She's aggressive through those first 2 turns. Scrubs and keeps the step down low.
There is Marcus Stuckel in the white T-shirt, team manager, whose name on these bikes, watching on the bottom.
That was nice round there. She like manhandled the front end, pulled it around.
Extended by 0.2 of a second as well. Split free. Scarsi finds a nice clean line over the rider's left-hand side. It's tidy stuff, this, from Scarsi. Here we go into this awkward little jump line to finish. Yeah, nice and tucked down. Flicks the back end out. Keeps the bike on the deck. Has to judge each of them individually here. Scarsi making a really good fist of things.
It clears all of them with ease. No problems at all. Into the final wall ride.
Are we going to have a new leader here in Liège? Gloria Scarsi rounds the final corner. Crosses the line. 7/10 in the lead. Just as she was at the previous 2 splits. A smile in the gate. Hoffmann sets off in Liège. The German national champion on course for the Santa Cruz Syndicate. Gets the wheels back on the deck, 4.6 seconds back, so it's moving away from her mark. 7/10's gone.
Yeah, she looks a little bit timid here there. Perhaps she's trying to get
Yeah, the Whoop Live really giving us a really good indication, if we didn't know it already, that it's not just riding a bike down a hill. The physical intensity, especially in these conditions, huge. Hoffmann down into the jump line now for the Santa Cruz Syndicate. The German national champion takes flight, goes a little deep.
Yeah, the second jump was a little bit flat, but it doesn't seem to have lost her any speed.
That's deep off the last as well. Hoffmann throwing absolutely everything at it, leaving it all between the tape here. Nina Hoffmann crosses the line and goes into 3rd place, 3.9 seconds back on our current hot seat resident, Gloria Scarsi. Earlier on in this season, that was her debut. Can she get another one here in Liège through the first turns? Really nicely, Newkirk.
Yeah, great through there. Off the step down, tucking down behind the bars already. She's going to use the ground across this piste. Absolutely, you'll be wanting to stick to the lines that you've practiced and hit your marks. You know, sometimes you have to make stuff up and connect the dots a little bit when it goes wrong, but for the most part, you want to just hit the same marks that you hit in your last practice run.
As Newkirk continues to run now, back into the green by 1.5 of a second. Oh, Newkirk just gets a bobble through that corner, manages to hold on. Huge moment for Anna Newkirk. Manages to stay upright on the bike. Off the final jump, just a wall ride to go. Here comes Frameworks Racing TRPs. Anna Newkirk, is this going to be the fastest run of the day? Newkirk goes second by 2.5 of a second behind Gloria Scarsi. These times, what can she do today in the race that she calls home, Mark?
Yeah, she calls this a home race. She grew up here from a young kid, and then before travelling and living back in Wales. 8 weeks off the bike, she's come back from injury. This is another impressive ride, same as Miriam before.
Riding really nicely. Tahnee Seagrave just took a little bit of time off the bike. Yeah, 0.04 of a second, still green though.
Nice round there. I really like that. That made that really good. Carried great speed up over this double.
Took a little bit of time, didn't she, Mark, off the bike just to recover from those injuries, and it's hard to do as a racer, but sometimes you've got to do it. You've got to listen to the body.
It's a really difficult decision to say. I'm going to miss races. I need to recover and get myself where I want to be. Needs to get this next right-hand rut. See how she goes. She goes inside a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, Tahnee Seagrave, we've seen her latest Fox clothing collection launched this weekend as well. There's been lots of big posters and pictures of her everywhere. Seagrave, really busy race for her. A lot of fans here to see her get herself back up onto that hot seat this afternoon. Seagrave through the jump line, lands slightly long in that second one. Gets a couple of pedal strokes in.
Goes huge on the tabletop. Got over there nicely.
And listen to this. For Tahnee Seagrave, as she crosses the line, Seagrave goes into 4th place, 2.2 seconds back. Scarsi holds on with 3 to go here in Ligier. In Palair and Sala Andorra, Hattie Harnden, the British national champion, leaves the Star Hop on her gammocks and heads on to...
She makes good sense of that. That's blown to bits up there on that shelf. You just funnel in really tight before you get around that right-hander.
She was 9th at the last round in Palair and Sala Andorra. Hattie Harnden will like these conditions. Say former Enduro champion. Enduro, you only get 1 run of practice, so you have to be really reactive, really good at reading conditions, and she'll need every bit of that this afternoon.
It was aggressive in that right-hander. She got it really nice.
For Aon Racing.
Historically, she gets faster towards the bottom, so I hope to see that.
It's not a bad character trait to have that as a downhill racer, is it? But Harnden motoring through those ruts. You can see that really high handlebar and stem set.
Nails that right-hander there. Really, really nice.
2 seconds back, though, for Hattie Harnden so far on this run. Plenty more track to play with. Absolutely every single one of these jumps. Hattie Harnden for Aon Racing. Oh, goes deep off that one. Pulls big for that one. Goes deep again. Harnden throwing absolutely everything at this for Aon Racing. Hits the wall ride. Hattie Harnden. Are we going to see the lead of the race change? Harnden across the line and goes fastest by 1.863. Hattie Harnden leads in Ligier. Cabirou. 1 win and a 2nd place here for Cabirou, previously one of the most successful athletes here in Ligier, the French national champion on French soil. Cabirou getting a good couple of pedal strokes in around the reservoir there, not sitting down to rest, has work to do. Knows she's in a fight here, Cabirou. And she's faster by half a second now, over half a second.
Yeah, so she's increased by like just over 3/10. Up over this double here.
But we know that Hattie Harnden really threw everything at the bottom half of this course.
See the roots on the ground there.
Yeah, turning white as well, which means they are absolutely free of any kind of traction whatsoever.
She's carrying good speed, no mistakes, stays clipped in.
Top 5 currently dominated by Hattie Harnden, then Scarsi, Newkirk, Baumann, Seagrave in 5th for the time being.
Opts for the low line, stays in the rut, keeps it as simple as she can.
Yeah, now it's starting to dry out. That looks like a good option.
She's got to nail this left-hander. How does it look over the first creek jump?
She's back now. She's lost a second through there, Mark, to what Harnden did. We know that Harnden was extremely strong through that sector. Whoa, Marine Cabirou.
Oh, it was a big kick.
Almost got overtaken by a rear wheel through there. Cabirou heads towards the jump line. It's nearly all done for her here. 53 kilometers an hour. Needs to do something really, really remarkable. The French national champion racing at the French round, the last European UCI Downhill World Cup of the season. She's won here before. Can she do it again today? Marine Cabirou comes down the line, crosses the line into second, 1.2 seconds off the pace of Hattie Harnden. Hattie Harnden remains in the hot seat with only 1 rider left at the top, and it is Valentina Höll.
It's not going to stay that for very long.
It won't stay like that for very long, but she has crashed in these turns also in her career. Gets out of them nice and smoothly today.
But she rides them with so much conviction straight. There's no nerves for Valley today.
Absolutely not. Fastest rider from yesterday on course now. Last rider left at the top of the hill at this Elite Women's UCI Downhill World Cup. Valentina Höll.
Oh, she was quick into there. Didn't even get the backside, just dropped off it. We haven't seen anyone carry that much momentum into that section.
She's only lost 1 race this year. 2.9 seconds now. It's a demolition job so far from Valentina Höll. 2.6 seconds, so she's lost 0.3 of a second, but it's still a huge margin as she heads into that sector that we know Hattie Harnden absolutely detonated on.
A couple of pedals out of that left-hander. She's just got to keep the bike driving forward.
171 beats per minute on her whoop live. Valentina Höll working hard in zone 4 now. She still has revs to play with through here.
You see the bike moving around. She's wrestling it, trying to keep it in a straight line.
It's definitely intense. She's definitely throwing everything physically she can into this Commencal Supreme to get it down the hill. Into the red on the whoop live for the first time. She's back. 0.2 of a second back. Hattie Harnden. Hattie Hattie Harnden is in the lead once again. Only one sector to go now.
So
this race boils down to the final section of the last rider on the hill. Valentina Höll heading towards the finish arena in Ligier.
Under the monster arch, 43 k's an hour, and it's all on this jumps and the final wall ride.
51 kilometers an hour over the jumps. Valentina Höll needs to pull back sometimes, scrubs up the last one, down towards the wall ride. One turn to go. Is it going to be another win? Is it going to be the overall title? Oh, Valentina Höll, 1.4 seconds slower. Hattie Harnden wins the UCI Downhill World Cup, and with it, the belted purse. Hattie Harnden wins by 1.2 seconds from Marine Cabirou. Valentina Höll in third, Gloria Scarsi, Anna Newkirk in fifth.
Hattie Harnden, you are a World Cup winner. How does that sound?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, I've always wanted to do this, obviously, and yeah, to actually pull it off, like, it doesn't really feel real yet. And yeah, just to have like so many friends and family from home here to be here to support me, like, oh, I just can't even explain. Like, I felt good this morning on track, and you know, I had a feeling, but you just never know, and you still have to put it together. And everyone else was like absolutely ripping at the top, so yeah, I just kind of gave it what I could at the bottom, and yeah, I can't believe it.
Hattie Harnden is a UCI Downhill World Cup winner, multiple cyclocross and cross-country championships and enduro as well under her belt. Made the switch to downhill full-time at the start of last year and has won a Downhill World Cup. And I tell you what, wherever Tracy Mosley is this afternoon, she'll be enjoying that. The two of them very close from the same part of the world.
I think Trace might have a tear in her eye.
Yeah, who could blame her as well? This one, I was just about to say, it's going to be well celebrated. It started already. Great for the sport as well.
Clearly, downhill racing works up a first.
Yeah, firsty business. Well, there is confirmation. Valentina Höll needed a 500-point gap at the end of today. She's got 605. She'll take her fifth UCI Downhill World Cup overall title. Hattie Harnden into second place in that competition now as well.
Yeah, so points heavy for finals, so the massive jump up.
Big, big jump. Hattie Harnden